Sebastian Rogers is an autistic boy. He's 15 years old. He's been missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And everybody has been looking for him. Everybody. He is 5 foot 5 inches tall. He weighs 120 pounds. Sandy blonde hair, and he wears glasses. And again, there is no footprint of him whatsoever.
You think back, and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset, or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside. Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. That morning he was laughing, he was joking. Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving.
This boy, I've done told y'all, reminds me of my son that had autism, that is my third son. And he disappeared right down the road from part of where my family lives. And I take all of these cases serious. I am not playing about anything right now.
The original thinking was that Sebastian Rogers left home on his own, but the fact that he disappeared without a trace now has authorities looking into the very real possibility of foul play.
I'm not trying to accuse them of anything. I'm trying to tell you how suspicious they are now becoming.
On a cold February evening, a shadow walked away. A boy with dreams and laughter, now lost in yesterday. The seasons turned in silence, time spins without a sound. Yet every whispered memory still echoes all around. Don't stop calling his name, don't let the silence win. Keep the porch light shining bright, keep the hope alive within. For Sebastian, our dear friend, every heartbeat says the same. You are loved, you are remembered. We'll never stop calling your name. His pictures in our windows, his laughter fills the air. No amount of passing moments can diminish how we care. Every candle ever lighted, every prayer that we share is a promise to the future, a testament to prayer. Don't stop calling his name, don't let the silence win. Keep the porch light shining bright, keep the hope alive within. For Sebastian, our dear friend, every heartbeat says the same. You are loved, you are remembered. We'll never stop calling your name. Sebastian, if somehow you hear us, know our hearts beat strong for you. People searching in the shadows, still holding on to truth. You have never been forgotten, not for one single day. Our promise stands unbroken, we're not walking away. Don't stop calling his name, don't let the silence win. Keep the porch light shining bright, keep the hope alive within. For Sebastian, our dear friend, every heartbeat says the same. You are loved, you are remembered. We'll never stop calling your name. To everyone listening, please remember Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. If you know something, no matter how small, share it with law enforcement. Sebastian, you are loved, you are missed, you are remembered. And as long as there are people who care, your name will continue to be spoken. Your picture will continue to be seen. And hope will continue to live. This is our promise. We will never stop looking.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you all for being here. Come on in. Come on in. Woo. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, so I wrote that for Sebastian. I'm just now getting it uploaded to my computer, and that is something else. Something else. We will never forget Sebastian. He's out there somewhere, and somebody knows where he's at, right? So come on in. We have some news, which has been going around all day long. As you know me, I'm always a little late to the party. But before we get started tonight, I want to ask every single one of you to remember why we're here. We're not here for drama. We're not here for clicks. We're not here to tear people down. We're just here because somewhere in all of this sadness, heartbreak, this young man on my screen, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, is still missing. It's been more than 2 years. He's still gone. His chair's still empty. His family, his father, has still lived without answers. This was the saddest interview that I have seen on the news. His friends, yes, he has friends. It's been said that he's wanted friends. He's asked for friends. You do realize your cousins are your first friends ever. He had friends in school. So yes, he had and he has friends who miss him. They have grown older without him. He has missed birthdays, holidays. I talk to Seth, and when I do, he says another holiday's just gone by again. His son's not with him. Another season has passed. It's just another reminder that Sebastian's still missing. But today, July 15th, 2026, brought more major news than we've had in this case since he went missing, honestly. In the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. When a handful of agencies was out there looking, and then it just stopped. Major news today. Seth Rogers, Sebastian's father, filed a lawsuit. Bet that surprised y'all, huh? Filed a lawsuit against Sumner County Sheriff's Office. And wait, CPS? We're going to talk about that. Oh, I won't be long, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to be talking about some of these little comments I've been seeing going around too. But let's remember something important. A lawsuit is just part of a legal process. So the allegations in it have not been proven in court yet. That's not the point, though, is it?
I bet them officers in them uniforms that's brazen enough to go out and shoot them little birdies didn't see this coming. Not from a fellow brother that they wouldn't dare call a brother, right? Not from the broken father. Not from that every name in the book they've been calling him, right? Says a lot about them. That office will have the opportunity to respond. What I will say is this: the one thing that should unite every single one of us is wanting the truth. The truth is, if mistakes were made, they should be acknowledged. It does not matter who you like, who you don't like. Seth's not missing. His attorney's not missing. Katie and Chris is not missing. Craddock is not missing. But guess who is missing? Sebastian is missing. Mistakes were made. Sides should not be chosen. There is no sides. There's no fucking green team. There's only one person that I know that made a damn green team. She don't know up from down or her ass from a hole in the ground. I'm not associated with that type of shit. Hell, these people on here can't even take care of their own damn kids. But if opportunities were missed, we should learn from them. If there's still leads to follow, they should be followed. No egos should ever be bigger than finding a missing child. No title should ever be more important than justice. No department, no creator, no supporter, no critic, none of us should ever lose sight of the reason this case matters. And this case matters because there is a missing child, teenager, almost legally an adult now, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I've heard things over the months, these last few months, that I have never shared publicly, and I won't. Not because I don't care, but because I do care. I care about Sebastian. If there's ever even the slightest chance that repeating something could hurt this investigation or violate someone's trust, then it's not worth it. I'd rather protect the integrity of this case than the first person with a headline. So tonight, let's try to be respectful with the conversations. We can agree to disagree without being disrespectful. I ain't going to promise I can't, but it's my channel, right? We can ask the difficult questions without making accusations we can't prove. But most of all, let's keep saying Sebastian's name. Because as long as people continue to say his name, this case is not going to die. As long as people continue to share his face and do it the proper way, you don't need to add stuff. You don't need to pretend. This is not a grift. We do this over here. We're not monetized. As long as people continue to ask where he is, this case will never be forgotten. We're not going to let it be forgotten. And obviously, his father is not going to let it be forgotten. Say what you want to about his father. His father is not going to let it be forgotten and let him be forgotten. It's not going to happen. And I'm sorry I didn't welcome everybody in tonight. Hello, everybody. Hi, Blue Love. Hi, Millie. Hello, everybody. Ann Reynolds. Hello, everybody. Hi, Terry. Hello, hello. Sorry, all of the ones I missed. I just got on my roll. Hello, hello. I just hope tonight's conversation honors Sebastian and encourages everybody. Because you know what? Behind the scenes, I have been so many places, so many towns. I have put out so many flyers. I have talked to so many people. Hi, James. Yes, James, thank you for that. Absolutely 101,000,000% they do. They failed and they dropped the ball. And you know what? They're not in a very good position right now. You know, I don't want to get on Summer's case at all right now, but I will say, regardless of what we think may or may not have happened to Summer Wells, Don Wells might have had a point as far as when they started in on CPS, but I don't want to get into all that tonight. That would take, like Jason Drew said, 4 years to get into all that stuff right now. Just saying. If you know, you know. Sorry. Oh, Lord. Sometimes you got to laugh to keep from crying. Lord, honey. Anyway. I don't think they're in a very good position right now, though. I'm going to try to keep the focus. I don't know how long that me, Smiley, third person, can keep it in the road tonight. But I'm going to try. Listen, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers has been missing now for what, 871 days or something like that? There's not a trace of him. No, he's not Houdini. No, he did not have the mastermind to fool everybody. Contrary to what some may believe, no, Bigfoot did not come get him. No, the UFOs did not come down and take him. Everybody needs to stop with this BS. Stop trying to be funny. Just like I said from day one, E.T. did not come down and get him and say, you got to phone home. It's not a joke. Sebastian's not a joke. This is a serious matter. Yeah, he did say that, James. He sure did. Somebody knows where the hell Sebastian is. And it's time somebody tells, good, bad, or indifferent. Jesus Christ, come on, y'all. Come on. Why all the secrets? What's going on? It's time to tell the truth. Somebody knows. Y'all know it don't matter if you're 80, 90, it don't matter. 1 foot in the grave. They gonna come get you. Some people even die, I know, with the secret. But it's gonna come out. It is true. It's better to come out now. Somebody knows. And I'm willing to bet more than one person knows. Do the right thing. Listen, before we get into these videos and stuff, there's a couple things that I have seen. There's people that's been in chats. This stuff comes to me. I don't watch some of these people. I don't know why everybody's trying to get, listen, why is everybody trying to get in Seth's good graces now? Now that he's got this, what are they calling it? The razzle-dazzle lawyer, the snazzy lawyer now. Why? You want to be part of now? Go the fuck on. If the shoe fits, wear it. Are you just trying to piss some of the people that's pissed off at you off now? So now you want to try to get Seth on your side. Y'all know he'll jump through hoops for his son. He did go to an atheist channel after all because he'll do anything for his son. Y'all are some rotten bitches. Just because you want to piss somebody off. Y'all are stupid, man. That's some low down dirty shit. But the comments came. Everything always comes to Smiley. Smiley don't control anybody. Okay? Y'all think I have the magic wand. I don't. But I can put my little smart ass remarks out here. People listen. They're saying now, how is Seth represented by Darren Ritchie? Oh my God. So how did he get this snazzy? How did he get the money for this attorney? What? Well, see, I knew this was going down. I just kept my mouth shut, okay? No, hold on, Millie. I got this. I got this, honey. I got this. I got this. And I hadn't talked to Seth yet. I told him I'd do a show late tonight. I said, I'm so proud of you. I can't talk right now. I said, I'll call you tonight, friend. But I just want you to know I'm proud of you. And I am proud of him. I ain't talked to him yet. He don't know. I got this, Millie. Let me handle this. Please. I'm not going to look at chat. I got this one, honey. Seth don't even know him. I don't speak for nobody, but I'm gonna speak on this one, honey. I got this. Seth's hiding in the bushes. I guess. I don't know. Oh, honey. But Seth is I didn't even know who said. See, I don't ask him shit like this because I don't be nosy. See, I be wanting to know stuff, but I don't be asking, okay? So anyway, I didn't even learn until I knew this was coming. But again, I knew these people was going to be sued. Let me say that. I knew that. We'll get down to all that in a minute, but I don't want to tell all the personal business. But anyway, and I had somebody message me and say this. I'm like, oh, I know. I know. And then I just didn't know when it was coming out. I thought it was a day later, earlier. But anyway, I'm like, whatever. But anyway, I bet people were shocked, but whatever. I wasn't. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Hold on a minute. Let me think. So this attorney, anyway, I didn't know who the attorney was because I never asked. That wasn't none of my business, okay? But what I did know, these people are saying, oh, he's a famous attorney. Then I had to say, well, who the hell's an attorney? Okay. But I didn't even go to him and ask. I just did my research and looked. Okay. So anyway, what I found was these people are like, how is he affording the snazzy attorney? Hey, Retha. And anyway, this attorney, what he's saying is, this Richie says, these cases are about accountability and obtaining answers through the legal process, and it's not all about money, which, that's what Seth says as well. That's what he told me. And of course, all he wants is his son back. So everyone's asking how Seth can afford this snazzy attorney, snazzy, rich attorney that keeps being pointed out. Well, let me tell y'all something. As my grandmother, when she was living, rest her soul, back when I was a kid, I think I told y'all this story a long time ago, even before the Sebastian case come around. She told my now husband, when we were just kids, he come over down the street and she was doing something, and he asked her, "Where's Tammy?" She said, now my grandmother out there on the road, she said, "It's for me to know and you to find out." Well, let me tell y'all this story. As far as Smiley's concerned, Seth didn't say this, I said this. As far as Seth's attorney is concerned, it's none of your fucking business, but I'm going to make it my business to tell y'all what I know. Why don't y'all leave Seth alone? He's suffering enough. Now, he might get mad at me if he wants to, but he can get glad real quick because he knows I got his best interests at heart. And I am his friend, and I am a trustworthy friend. And I'm not going to break none of his confidence. But first off, not that it's any of your fucking business, but Seth cannot afford this attorney. He can't. But what I'm going to tell you is this. The attorney came to him, because this attorney is watching what's going on out in this world, the real fucking world. And this attorney had enough sense to come to him. I'm just giving you my point of view and what Seth told me. He didn't tell me exactly like this, okay? And this attorney is taking it on a, if you don't win, you don't pay basis. Have you heard of one of those attorneys? So this attorney must think there's a 50-50 chance at least he'll win. Hey, Susie. Or this attorney wouldn't have took this huge challenge up on himself, right? What did Seth have to lose? Not a damn thing. He's already lost everything in his life that means anything to him. So more importantly, he needs to find his son. And he figures when he does is his standpoint. He won't hear nothing else. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. When he does, hey, If he's got some money, he'll get him out of that God-forsaken Tennessee area. And do what he needs to do. So it's none of your business. Move on. You got more than you should have, so concentrate on missing Sebastian. Again, Seth is not missing. His attorney's not missing. So there you go. You got more information than you should have. But if you want to help, please, by all means, my mods are more than welcome to drop Seth's Cash App. You can help support for gas or flyers or his living expenses. Like these other grifters, they live off of Sebastian's name, his son. So please, by all means, mod, drop Seth's Cash App, and anything you feel free to in my thing for them to donate, because his father is, and I know for a fact, out there doing behind the scenes what I personally know he is absolutely doing for a fact. Obviously, just like this bombshell drop today that's been going on is one of the things he's been doing and working on. Not making up shit in titles, taking people's money day in, day out, falling asleep on camera with his son's name in the title, period, to up their habits for, whatever, Pepsi, storage, hello darlings, ringers, fucking, whatever. It's just sickening while they can't take care of their own kids. I'm just saying. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, while we watch men with badges shoot birds, it's a disgrace. It's what's going on is unethical. It's unexplainable. Listen, I don't care if it's the mother out there. I don't even care if it's the stepfather out there. Wouldn't care if it's the grandmother out there, and I wouldn't care if none of them was out there and it was just somebody in support of Sebastian standing out there on the road. That is disrespectful and disgraceful that you can't come out, give a press conference, or speak to somebody, or simply just go to lunch, mind your own fucking business, and have to come out and shoot birds to any citizen or anybody, period, when you have a uniform and a badge on, and still have a job and get a paycheck. I find it offensive that when you do give the one or two press conferences, you can never, ever, ever put Sebastian's picture up. I find it strange that you cannot bring in the people that is in the home, or the person in the home by themselves, and question them as many times as you need to, with or without their attorney, without somebody else holding their hand or dictating it that was not even there, allegedly. I can't believe that you would, even though they don't stand up in court, allegedly tell somebody not to take a polygraph, even if they did one later. I can't believe that allegedly you would go sit and chit chat with them at the kitchen table. I just can't believe it. I can't believe that you would take 3 pieces out of my interview and not question that and have my whole 3-hour interview and still not do no damn work. I can't believe that your egos are so big that you stop taking tips allegedly, and you have one detective on the case, allegedly, but nothing ever comes out about it. And all these other missing kids, whoever's in charge of their cases in different states and stuff comes out and gives updates, and all other kids are either found, whether they're alive or not, arrests are made pretty quickly, bodies or not, and you've just let this case go nowhere. According to reporting today, 2 separate lawsuits were filed against Sumner County Sheriff's Office. The lawsuit alleges the investigation information or the investigation into Sebastian's disappearance was mishandled. I will say, yes, it was. I was so thrilled when I first got on this case at the very, very start of this. I was like, yay, Sumner County ain't like everybody else. Boy, was I fooled. What a big joke, in my opinion. It names the sheriff, Eric Craddock. It names the sheriff's office, Detective Brandon Carter, names them as defendants. Hi, Catherine, and everybody coming in. The allegations are the failures to properly secure the home. That's true. They let people in and out. They took the word that he was a runaway. That they had no way to prove that. And they need to start doing better treating their runaways, matter of factly. They didn't pursue certain leads, allegedly. They didn't communicate with Seth. Listen, they were communicating a lot, according to Chris, with him. He was not even there. Do I fault him for the communication issues? No. But that's mighty strange to me. I've always been honest about how I felt. That's not fair. Seth had a time card. He had all the stuff to prove exactly where he was. He was on camera. I don't care how you felt about him. I don't care if you like him. I don't care. The proof is in the damn pudding. And if the shoe was on the other foot and I was standing right there by Chris's damn side, 100 ironclad %, the proof is still in the pudding and you cannot make that go away. Make it make sense. The other is against the Tennessee Department of Children's Services, which is DCS. The lawsuit alleges DCS failed to protect Sebastian before he disappeared. And to me, this is the biggest one. That is a fact in itself. That's the biggest fact if I ever saw one. And to me, I'm not going to sit here and say because And I can look at it on all sides. I'm not going to sit here and say because Chris said on my panel that he whipped him with the belt. I'm not going to say because and I know everybody looks at it different. I'm not taking up for Chris, not one bit. I'm not saying because DCF come out there and did this, did that, the other. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying first and foremost, because they did not contact Seth Rogers, Sebastian's father, that they had been out there and been involved. You tell me why that is. Tell me why. His father should have been notified. I don't know anybody who does not notify the father unless they're deceased or they don't have, or they have strict court order papers that they're not allowed. Makes no sense. Now, DCS has said it generally does not comment on pending litigation and its confidentiality laws. Well, Seth got the DCS records. They tried that shit before, right? Well, I don't see much that's confidentiality laws right now. So let's just see. Now, I don't know. I went in Justin's for a little bit. I've been busy, so I don't know. I just got in on the last of it. I don't know what all's been covered on channels. I can only speak for myself. I can only speak for the bits and pieces of what I've heard. If anybody needs to correct me, they can correct me. What I understand is what they're asking for monetary damages, or what the lawyer's asking. I'm sure Seth didn't just come up with this number. What the lawyer's asking is for $10 million against the sheriff's office and $15 million against DCS, plus punitive damages, court orders requiring policy changes, and renewing or a renewed focus on Sebastian's investigation. And that's according to the attorney, Darren Ritchie. The dollar amounts, he says, is intended to underscore the seriousness of the allegations, rather than just simply trying to recover the money. They're saying that right now these are allegations, and in civil lawsuits they have not been proven in court, and so the defendants will have an opportunity to respond through the legal process, and the lawsuits do not identify who caused Sebastian's disappearance, and that they do not allege that Katie Proudfoot or Christopher Proudfoot are legally responsible for his disappearance. So that's just a number that they're asking, but it's not the money that they're really trying to get. I guess they're trying to make a point, more or less. And then today marks, this very important, significant development in Sebastian's case. Now, Seth Rogers, through his attorney, has filed these two lawsuits. Again, for those just coming in, one against Sumner County Sheriff's Office and one against Tennessee Department of Children's Services. And by the way, I was just reading this morning, in case you didn't know, hey Justin, in case you didn't know that wasn't no surprise to me, honey. I was born and raised there. But in 2026, Tennessee was one of the worst places to live. Just saying. Just saying. Ain't playing. Just saying. Go figure. I knew that would be on there. And it was one of the top fives, something like that. But these are serious, serious allegations here. And Could he win? Heck, yes, he could win this. And if that lawyer didn't think he couldn't win that, he would not have contacted Seth, and he would not have stuck out his neck to go against two very large agencies, in my opinion, on a contingency basis. So Seth didn't reach out to him. He reached out to Seth. Hey, homie D-Man. Hello, everybody coming in. And everybody tell Justin happy birthday. I don't know if he saw my thing or not in his chat earlier. But this is huge. It's huge. And especially, like I said, for me, more so for CPS, because they've been in the news a lot lately, even way back a couple years. And yes, he could win. It's not guaranteed, but yes, he really, really could. Hell, nothing in this life is ever guaranteed, but there is a good chance. Now, like I said, I don't ask Seth a lot of those kind of questions when we talk, but I did personally ask Seth one question about this. I forgot exactly how I asked him. It was something about something kind of about that. I can't remember now how I said it, but it was it had something to do with I can just tell you this. He don't care about the money. He don't. Y'all say every time he starts his damn channel and he gets these super chats and all that, that's not what it's about. But I can tell you this. He said to him, same thing he said on that news channel tonight. Listen, he is a broken man. Same thing he said is to find his son, and if he did have the money or anything, not all this, but any money, it would be a bonus, because he would get as far as possible out of Tennessee with his son and give Sebastian the life that he deserves. You know, again, it don't matter what I think. He already knows what I think. He has for a long time. It don't matter, but he knows I have hope. I'm just me. Okay. And it don't matter what people think. He is bound and determined that Sebastian's out there somewhere. Sebastian is coming home, and that's the end of the story to him. Okay? And all these people, I'm telling you right now, you better come to reality, because to him, when Sebastian comes home, there's people that say the dumbest shit to Seth sometimes. We're going to meet Sebastian. We're going to this and that. No, please, can y'all stop that? That is not going to happen. Okay? Sebastian he's going to need a lot of help. So please, brainwash yourselves. Please come to some common sense, for God's sakes. If you want to help Seth, just do what he asked. Share his flyer. Do those things. I'm not being mean, but it's just not realistic. And stop adding stuff. Stop adding stuff. Hi, R2 Country Girl. Hello. Hold on. You saying? No, they don't. They don't just go. It makes my blood boil too. Makes my blood boil. All right, listen. I'm gonna play. Let's play this. I think I talked long enough. Let's just play this. Hold on. I live so close to all this, I can hardly pass Texas. I know, right? I know. Sebastian's school or so many places. I just pray, wake up, and hear the sweet Sebastian has been. I know, and that's what anybody should just want and pray, that he's just found and found safe. All right, let's do this. Hold on a minute. Seth, you can tell he's really just had it. Okay. All right, let's play this one. I like this one. I like this man. This is full credit to WSMV for
2 years. The disappearance of 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers has remained one of Tennessee's most enduring mysteries. Despite one of the largest missing child searches in state history, there have still been no arrests, no suspects identified, and few answers.
Hey, baby.
Now,
Hello, everybody coming
Sebastian's
in.
father, Seth Rogers, is filing a federal lawsuit accusing the Sumner County Sheriff's Office of failing to properly investigate his son's disappearance. Rogers agreed to sit down and talk to me exclusively. And here in our extended conversation, we talked about the son he misses every day, the emotional toll of living without answers, his frustration with the investigation, and why he believes the search for Sebastian is far from over. We began with a simple question: how has he managed the weight of the past 2.5 years?
People say I'm strong and I got a lot of patience. People say that, but they have no idea. Being strong, I'm not strong. I'm just determined to find my son. Strength has nothing to do with it. The weight of the world that I feel on my shoulders every day, unless you've been in the situation of your child missing and not knowing where he's at, you don't have any clue.
Tell me about Sebastian.
He's my saving grace. Before him, I was probably heading down the wrong path in life. And then I had a child. It was like God gave me a purpose in life. And he still is. I just got to find him.
From your heart, what do you need?
I need my son home. I need my son home. There's nothing else. My goal is, from the very beginning, is to find my son. And it will continue to be the goal until he is found. There is no other.
February 26th, 2024. How do you learn Sebastian is missing?
I got off of work at 7. We're not allowed to have cell phones. When I get to my truck, I got a text message saying 911. So I called the stepfather, and that's when he tells me Sebastian's missing.
When you get to Hendersonville, what do you first see?
So there's police, and there's like tracking dogs, and there's just a bunch of people walking around in the yard, in and out of the house. And then I walk into the house, and I walk to his room.
His room is the first place you go.
Yeah. I want to see what his room looks like.
Why was that important to you?
It's the last place he supposedly was. What's going on in the room states what I need to look for.
Did anything seem off?
A couple things seemed off. I don't know why. His switch is on the floor, plugged into the wall. The closet's a mess. There's things all over the floor. It just didn't seem right.
This has been described as the largest search for a missing child in Tennessee history. Did you think a search that big would find at least one clue?
Would have been nice. How can you have 7 different agencies and hundreds of people working on stuff and not find any speck of evidence that he was there?
People don't just vanish into thin air.
No, they don't.
The idea Sebastian just walked away from the home without his phone never made sense to you.
No, sir.
Why not?
Because it's not my son. It's not something that I could envision him doing. I've stated this before, that for him to leave that house without his shoes, without a coat, without his backpack, without Legos in his pocket, taking his switch or grabbing his phone, he would have had to been running. Somebody's in the house and he's trying to get away.
Were investigators at the home when you arrived inside?
Yeah, there was an investigator sitting at the dining room table.
Was he talking to anyone?
Nope.
Was
He's
he
just sitting there.
Just sitting there?
Yep.
Not looking at anything?
Nope.
Was the home secure?
So why was the investigator sitting at the dining room table, just sitting there not doing anything? Why? And I'm sorry, y'all. I guess I was just talking away a while ago and I forgot I had it on mute. So I was just saying, y'all can't make me believe he ever run away, and they treated it like a runaway. So, but anyway, why was the investigators sitting there at the dining room table? Why? That makes no sense. That absolutely makes no sense to me. I mean, right there. Probably discussing what was for dinner. Yeah, exactly. What was for dinner? Don't be late for dinner. Remember that? Don't call me anything, but don't be late for dinner. Call me and tell me I was in town. Tell me I was at the poker party. Tell me anything, but just don't call me whatever you want, a liar, but just don't tell me, don't call me late for dinner. No, oh my God, Lord have mercy. They's probably there chumming it up. I don't know.
Like a crime scene?
I walked in and nobody even asked me who I was.
You were just free to walk through the home?
I was free to walk anywhere.
In the first few days, how difficult was that for you to see what is unfolding?
I was searching for my son.
You just couldn't sit around and wait for an answer?
I've put over 100,000 miles on my truck, going down any rabbit hole I can find, any tip that happens to come in.
Why does that fall on you?
It falls on me because I don't believe anybody else is doing it.
But that should be the job of the lead investigative agency, the sheriff's office.
Should be.
Do you believe they failed your son?
I believe they have.
Do you believe they failed you?
I know they have. Because it's 2.5 years and there's no nothing. They won't even do a press conference. And when they did do a press conference, they didn't even have a picture of my son up. How can you not have a picture of the missing child so people know who you're looking for?
That part.
That does not make sense.
At first, did you have faith they would find him?
Yeah. I have no faith now.
When did that faith begin to fade?
When they started not telling me any information.
When did you stop waiting for answers and start questioning the investigation?
Probably within a month. When they kept telling me if I had a child missing, this is the detective that I want on the case. And when that detective doesn't answer phone calls and tells me he only wants to deal with text messages, I'm sorry, text messages are very impersonal.
Do you feel the sheriff's office started to ignore you?
Yes. They don't want to answer questions. I think they should be answering questions.
They should answer your questions because you are his father.
Correct. But at the same point in time, I don't think they put any effort in finding my son anymore.
Has that silence or lack of communication
Says a lot. It says a lot when they won't speak to me. To me, it says that they know that they screwed the pooch.
That silence lets you know in your heart they didn't do their job right.
Correct.
Since the ground search ended, one press conference, one detective on the case, no reward, 18 months of silence. What does that tell you about how much the sheriff's office cares about your son?
They don't care about him at all.
In the past, you have said the Sumner County Sheriff's Office should step aside and let the FBI take over this case. Why hasn't that happened?
My personal opinion is ego. And they don't appreciate that. There shouldn't be ego involved. It should just be urgency. Urgency to find the missing child. Ego should never step in when it comes to a professional job.
If there's any way possible, Sebastian is able to see this, you and I speaking, what would you want him to know?
I love you, son, and I am looking for you, and I won't stop until I find you. I don't know if he's got a pillow. I don't know if his belly's full. I don't know if he's got clothes. I don't know if he's got shoes. I don't know if he's being taken care of. And all these things hurt. All of them hurt. I don't know what's going on with my child. I just know that he's not where he should be.
Do you believe Sebastian's still alive?
Every day. No evidence otherwise. I don't understand how people can think that he's deceased.
You need your son to be alive.
I need my son found. There's no room in it for him to be deceased. He's alive. He's just lost.
Sad. Sad. Man, that just breaks my heart. I'm going to pull up this other one. I don't know if they're the same. Again, I haven't got to see all of them. And I know probably one come after the 10 o'clock, but I haven't pulled them all up. Oh, Retha, you are so welcome, honey. Y'all are always welcome. You left Britt months ago now. As you know, I am on a limited financial ability. Thank you. Honey, you are always welcome over here. You are always welcome anytime. Anytime. Listen, we all don't have to agree to disagree, and we don't have to all like the same people. And sometimes we like both people. So you're very welcome here. It doesn't matter who you watch or like or go to or whatever. Listen, that don't mean you can't come in here. Okay. You understand what I mean? No, you're welcome, honey. And you've been in here before. You've been in here with me with Summer Wells and stuff like that. I don't want people to feel like they can't ever come back because of stuff like that. So don't worry about it. And you're always welcome. You're always welcome. And that goes for anybody in the bushes. I don't want you to feel like you have to stay in the bushes. I'm not going to say, oh, because you're outside, that you don't come in here. So I've said that all these years. I don't know why people don't listen to me, but anyway. I love you, Sharon. I love you. Anyway, but yeah, that's sometimes y'all can't pay no attention to me because that's the Gemini in me, honey. I was just telling somebody that tonight. My mama, rest her soul, she used to say, I'd be cussing somebody out, and I walk through there and I'd be like, hey, how y'all doing? She'd be like shaking her head again. I'm like, I said what I had to say. I'm over it now. That's that Gemini part of me. It's all good. It's all good. But let me see what this one says. I don't know if they're the same or not. Yeah, twins. Hey, that's that other girl. That's that angel and the devil over there. One on one shoulder and one on the other. It's all good. Let's see. I think this one might be the same. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I forgot to share. Let's see.
Just breaking news alert. Okay, we got some breaking news right now. 2.5 years after Sebastian Rogers vanished, his father is taking the Sumner County Sheriff's Office to federal court, claiming the investigation failed his son.
870 days later, Sebastian is still missing, and the question that has haunted Middle Tennessee from the beginning remains the same. What happened to Sebastian?
So tonight, just hours after filing suit, Seth Rogers sits down exclusively with WSMV4's Stacey Cameron, saying it's time to ask a second question. What happened to the investigation?
We're continuing to follow breaking news in Sumner County. A large search is underway for a missing teen.
Thousands searched.
There is significant concern tonight.
He was last seen in all black.
Millions watched.
Dog, the bounty hunter, is coming to look for Sebastian.
Everyone had a theory.
What was under that soft soil?
Everyone wanted answers.
He deserves justice.
What happened to 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers? But nearly 2.5 years later, there have been no arrests, no suspects, and no sight of Sebastian.
I need my son home. I need my son home.
From the moment his son went missing, Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, prayed.
It was like God gave me a purpose in life.
Your son was your purpose.
And he still is. I just gotta find him.
Sebastian disappeared during the overnight hours of February 26, 2024, from the Hendersonville home he shared with his mother, Katie Proudfoot, and her husband, Chris Proudfoot.
He's never run away before. I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door.
At first, Seth says he trusted the investigation, but the idea Sebastian just walked from home alone with no shoes on and without his phone never made sense.
People don't just vanish into thin air.
No, they don't. No matter how I look at it, I just cannot wrap my head around my son walking out of that house.
Sebastian has autism, ADHD, and a rare chromosomal disorder that caused intellectual disabilities. So as hours turned to days and days to weeks, Seth Rogers says his faith in the investigation faded, and the question changed. It was no longer, where's Sebastian? But what happened to the investigation?
I don't think they put any effort in finding my son anymore.
He says that question is what brought him here, suing the Sumner County Sheriff's Office in federal court, claiming the agency and people that were supposed to find his son failed them both.
Did you think a search that big would find at least one clue?
Would have been nice.
The lawsuit claims Seth Rogers' loss of confidence didn't happen overnight. The complaint claims the case was never adequately staffed and argues that once the massive ground search for Sebastian ended, the investigation began losing momentum. Only one detective was left to follow leads, and there was just one news conference at that point to update the public.
We are exploring every lead that comes in and every tip that comes in.
Making it all worse, according to the lawsuit, the sheriff's office stopped communicating with Seth Rogers, and for the past 18 months, there's been a communications blackout.
Is that what it feels like, a blackout?
Yeah. It says a lot when they won't speak to me. To me, it says that they know that they screwed the pooch.
Then the lawsuit asks another question. If the investigation lost steam in the early days, what happened during those first critical hours? Because the complaint claims that's where some of its most serious allegations begin.
And your lawsuit says this investigation, its focus was critically marred from the beginning.
It was dead on arrival. This looks to me like an amateur investigation.
That's Seth Rogers' attorney, Darren Ritchie. The first allegation centers on the home itself. The lawsuit claims investigators never secured the Proudfoot home as a potential crime scene, allowing reporters and family members inside before it was fully processed.
That alone from the jump started this on a faulty road.
But the lawsuit says there was something else investigators should have been asking about: home security cameras, because according to the suit, they weren't working the day Sebastian disappeared.
Do you have evidence that those security cameras at the home were offline and investigators didn't determine why?
I just know that they have not been able to get any footage from those cameras. I don't know why, but I know that that would have been the first key element of any evidence to collect in this case.
The lawsuit argues that should have raised immediate questions because Katie Proudfoot installs and services security cameras for a living. But the suit claims the missed opportunities didn't end there. It also alleges investigators never verified Chris Proudfoot's alibi that he was 3 hours away when Sebastian disappeared.
What evidence says Chris Proudfoot's alibi wasn't verified?
We have looked at the police reports on this matter, and we do not see where they were able to verify his alibi. They may say that the alibi is safe and is accurate, but I don't see the steps that they took to get there.
The complaint also describes an alleged tip from a nurse at Sebastian's doctor's office who claimed Katie Proudfoot canceled an appointment just 3 days before Sebastian vanished. The suit claims.
Are y'all hearing this? Are y'all hearing this? Hello, is anybody hearing this? Why did she cancel a doctor's appointment? Yeah, that's the new attorney. So why did she cancel a doctor's appointment 3 days before? And why is his alibi, Chris's alibi, not? Chris, if you'd like to come get a link and answer that, you said ask the hard questions. I'm just saying. Okay, let's get back to it. I'm just me asking. That's all. That's all. But let me back that up and listen to that again real good. This is the attorney. Let's just go back a little bit. All right.
Crime scene, allowing reporters and family members inside before it was fully processed.
That alone from the jump started this on a faulty road.
But the lawsuit says there was something else investigators should have been asking about: home security cameras, because according to the suit, they weren't working the day Sebastian disappeared.
Do you have evidence that those security cameras at the home were offline and investigators didn't determine why?
I just know that they have not been able to get any footage from those cameras. I don't know why, but I know that that would have been the first key element of any evidence to collect in this case.
The lawsuit argues that should have raised immediate questions because Katie Proudfoot installs and services security cameras for a living. But the suit claims the missed opportunities didn't end there. It also alleges investigators never verified Chris Proudfoot's alibi that he was 3 hours away when Sebastian disappeared.
What evidence says Chris Proudfoot's alibi wasn't verified?
We have looked at the police reports on this matter, and we do not see where they were able to verify his alibi. They may say that the alibi is safe and is accurate, but I don't see the steps that they took to get there.
The complaint also describes an alleged tip from a nurse at Sebastian's doctor's office who claimed Katie Proudfoot canceled an appointment just 3 days before Sebastian vanished. The suit claims that lead was never adequately pursued, and it further alleges the sheriff's office was already part of a child protective team looking into abuse allegations involving Sebastian after Chris Proudfoot allegedly struck him in the stomach.
You're suing the sheriff's office, but the complaint at some point sounds like the finger's being pointed at the Proudfoots. Who are you after here?
I am going after the sheriff's department right now.
We also reached out to the Proudfoots. They declined our interview request, but they have never been arrested, never been named suspects, and never been identified as persons of interest in Sebastian's disappearance.
I have a question. Is Seth in here? Can he pop in here a second? He don't have to come on panel. I just got to ask a yes or no question. Where's he at? Is Seth? Let me hold on a minute. I gotta ask him a question real quick. Hold on a second. Hold on, I gotta ask him something. Let me text him and see if he'll answer my question. Hold on a minute. Y'all bear with me just a minute. That's important right there. Before I get feisty here. Before I get feisty. Not on Chris actually, although Chris, it is right here that he hit him in the stomach. That ain't what I'm talking about, and that is all terrible in itself. Just hold on a minute. Let's see. Yes. Hold on, I gotta put it on mute. I need to speak this. Hold on a minute. Okay, thank y'all for being so patient. Okay, so the attorney has evidence of what Chris says. Okay, so I had to clarify something. I will just say that there is other evidence floating out there. And unfortunately, sometimes I have to find myself taking up for some that I don't want to take up for, or not really take up for them, I guess, but in a situation that I'm put in, because it seems to be two different things. But see, shady creators make this hard. There is other evidence out there, and unfortunately, it was given to me, and unfortunately, it will probably come out at a later date. 3 people know I'm one of them. It's pretty similar to what the attorney says, though. And it's unfortunate Chris was the one left in the dark. Well, actually, more than 3 people know. The person knows that recorded it. Isn't that right, Dusty? Oh, wow. Let's listen to this again, one more time. I always say be careful who you trust. You know, a funny thing, I will tell y'all a little story. It's my decision. A funny thing, I was on Justin's panel with Josh, Trevor, Justin, when Chris got me to do that interview, that 3.5-hour interview. Everybody was so upset about that. Got their panties all in a wad. Do y'all know it just come to my attention? Just come to my attention recently. Chris and Katie both, but Chris literally, because me and Trevor, and then Josh and Justin, but was on this case from day one. But my jaws dropped to the floor when I found out Chris was literally seeking, he really couldn't stand Trevor at the beginning. I'm just going to say that. Funny thing how things work. But Chris really wanted to talk to me in the beginning. Even before that day, I had no idea. Funny thing. Funny how shit happens, isn't it? How? Okay, let's carry on. Let's listen to this again.
Detective team looking into abuse allegations involving Sebastian after Chris Proudfoot allegedly struck him in the stomach. You're suing the sheriff's office, but the complaint at some point sounds like the finger's being pointed at the Proudfoots. Who are you after here?
I'm going after the sheriff's department right now.
We also reached out to the Proudfoots. They declined our interview request.
Maybe Mohawk. Maybe he thought he could manipulate me. But that's not what I'm saying. That needs to be read through the lines real carefully, what I just said.
But they have never been arrested, never been named suspects, and never been identified as persons of interest in Sebastian's disappearance. And they have repeatedly told WSMV4 they had nothing to do with Sebastian's disappearance.
How bad does that hurt when people start accusing you?
It hurts. It hurts a lot.
For Katie Proudfoot, the pain is being accused. For Seth Rogers, the pain is not knowing if everything that should have been done to find Sebastian was.
I want to hug my son. I want to feel his physical presence. I don't want to close my eyes and have these nightmares anymore.
We asked the Sumner County Sheriff's Office for an interview. We haven't heard back. And tonight, there is more. Rogers also filed a second federal lawsuit, this one targeting the Tennessee Department of Children's Services. The suit claims DCS had 2 cases of alleged abuse involving Sebastian, one of them inside the Hendersonville home where he lived, but never notified his father, Seth Rogers. Both of those cases were closed without Sebastian being removed from that home. But the lawsuit now asks whether that was a mistake and claims DCS failed Sebastian. We'll have more on that suit tomorrow night. For WSMV4, I'm investigative reporter Stacey.
I'm sure there's going to be more that comes out in the next few days on this. It is just so heartbreaking. All of this is so heartbreaking. They failed my, I don't know if y'all can even see that or not. Can y'all see that? I don't know how to get these up. Unfortunately, I still don't know how to get those up. Let's see if I can share that screen. Share screen. More after Sebastian. Let's see. Hold on. I don't know if that will share. Oh, maybe. Is that a video? I don't know if that'll come on. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So they failed my son. Sebastian Rogers' dad sues Sheriff State Agency. This might be the same one. I think it is the same one. Hold on. I think this is the same one. Yeah, they're still silent. And you know what? Yeah, this is the same one. Okay. Uh-oh. So that's the same one. Okay. So yeah, it's extremely loud because why are they not saying anything? They have attorneys. They could have come out and said something. They could have said something to the news off camera. Nothing. Crickets. Crickets. You know, I mean, it's just crazy. So this is really interesting. And I think, you know, whatever else comes, I just don't be surprised because, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, you know, and nothing at this point would surprise me with this case. Nothing. And the main thing is Sebastian is still missing. He needs to be found. You know, he needs to be found. I don't understand. Anything can change in the blink of an eye. Anything. You know, you can't stop looking. You can't stop talking. All you're asked to do is to share his photo, share the flyer. And then right now we got this going on. Before we leave, I do want to play his special song that I got out. But before we do that, I want to remind everybody that lawsuits They can take a long time. Lawsuits will be argued. All these motions and papers and everything's going to be filed. It's going to take a toll on Seth. It's going to take a toll on him. He don't need this added stress. The courts are going to make a decision. But through all of this, all he wants is his son back. There's still questions. All that matters to him, though, is he wants his son back more than anything. And you still have to keep asking, where is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? That is the question. That should keep every single one of us awake at night. Those of us who care, tossing and turning. I know it does, Seth. Some people sleep just fine. If this lawsuit uncovers new information, then good. If it brings accountability, good. If it brings justice, good. If it helps another child, good. If it causes people to take another hard look at this investigation, good, good, good. But at the end of the day, this is not about winning. It's not about winning. It's not about an argument. It's not about winning an argument. It's not about that. It isn't about being right. It isn't about YouTube. It is not about that. It's about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He disappeared over 2 years ago, and he needs to be found. Again, I'm going to put out this call of action again. I did it the other day on my post. I don't care if you're in drama, crama. I don't care if you're in comedy. I don't care if you're in church, birds. I don't care if you're a mom, dad. I don't care if you're a grandparent. I don't care if you're in the monsters. I don't care if you're in crickets. I don't care if you're on X, Facebook. I do not care. You don't even, it'd be lovely if you share my video. Fine. I don't care, though, if you don't. It takes 5 seconds to go to the FBI, drop the link, and share. Share the flyer. Don't cost you nothing. If you got a channel, you can do it. You know how to get on YouTube. You know how to get on Facebook. You know how to do it. It don't cost you anything. Could you please do it? I don't care if you're orange, red, purple, black, white, mixed. I don't care. Thai, Asian, blue, purple, dog, cat. If you can get on the internet, you can do it. I'm asking every one of you to please do it. Put it in the messenger, the DMs, the discords, the whatevers. Don't stop saying his name. Now's the time. Now's the time. Don't stop sharing his picture. Don't stop praying. Don't stop believing that answers matter. If you know something, it don't matter how small. If you think you know something, tell somebody. Tell FBI, TBI. Information, no matter how small, could lead to the missing piece that finally brings this family answers that they're waiting for, that they've been waiting for. Silence don't help anybody. Seth, I really, really pray and hope this legal process gives you the opportunity to have your questions heard. I hope this helps you. I am so, so very proud of you. Like I told you in that text tonight, I am so very proud of you. I know you didn't think it would even come to this yourself, that you didn't even think you could. I am so glad. I guess the timing was right. I don't know. I can't answer anything for anybody. But I am just telling you, I am just proud that you took the step, or that you got that ring or knock or whatever happened. However, y'all got hooked up, I'm glad. Everybody that continues to advocate for Sebastian, I don't care who you are. I don't even care if I like you or I don't. Thank you for refusing to let his name be forgotten. Thank you for that. And if some way, Sebastian, you ever hear these words, please know this. There are genuine people out here who really, really and truly care for you, who really want you home, and who is really, truly, truly, truly fighting to find you and do everything that they can to get you home and to speak your name until the day the answers come. And hopefully that will be soon, real soon, that you can be with your father again and safe. And there will be no more fear, no more worries, and no more pain. I truly want that for you. I'm going to play this out for this song. And I'm going to continue my work, what I'm doing out here. And y'all continue to what you're doing. But I ask and I pray that y'all do it the right way. And just don't make it hard on anybody. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Just thank you so, so much. He deserves so much more. Hold on.
On a cold February evening, a shadow walked away. A boy with dreams and laughter, now lost in yesterday. The seasons turn in silence, time spins without a sound. Yet every whispered memory still echoes all around. Don't stop calling his name, don't let the silence win. Keep the porch light shining bright, keep the hope alive within. For Sebastian, our dear friend, every heartbeat says the same. You are loved, you are remembered. We'll never stop calling your name. There's pictures in our windows, his laughter fills the air. No amount of passing moments can diminish how we care. Every candle ever lighted, every prayer that we share is a promise to the future, a testament to prayer. Don't stop calling his name, don't let the silence win. Keep the porch light shining bright, keep the hope alive within. For Sebastian, our dear friend, every heartbeat says the same. You are loved, you are remembered. We'll never stop calling your name. Sebastian, if somehow strong for you. People searching in the shadows, still holding on to truth. You have never been forgotten, not for one single day. Our promise stands unbroken. We're not walking away. Don't stop calling his name. Don't let the silence win. Keep the porch light shining bright. Keep the hope alive within. For Sebastian, our dear friend, every heartbeat says the same. You are loved, you are remembered. We'll never stop calling your name. To everyone listening, please remember Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. If you know something, no matter how small, share it with law enforcement. Sebastian, you are loved. You are missed. You are loved. You are remembered. And as long as there are people who care, your name will continue to be spoken. Your picture will continue to be seen, and hope will continue to live. This is our promise. We'll never stop looking.
Thank you all. Good night, everybody. Thank you.